with Dan and Brent, who put together a really exciting day today in Enid, and actually got to come in a little bit early and get an extended visit, and was here yesterday and kind of got a tour of some of the exciting projects that I hope to talk about today. It's really important for us at Griffin to be connected to communities across the state. As you all know, and as we talked about even on the tour, those connections provide us all with the ability to get through hard times, celebrate successes, raise our families, and I think those are really important values in Oklahoma, and as Oklahomans we treasure that and we celebrate that, and that's a wonderful thing. One of the reasons that I wanted to get this group together is because you all represent a variety of organizations and companies and projects, as well as your families and neighborhoods and the schools that your kids go to. And it's really important for us to have the ability to take some time and hear from you all about what's going on in Enid. It's an opportunity that we don't get every single day, and it allows us to get a glimpse into your life. So if you all don't mind, I'd love to go around the table and for you all to introduce yourselves and speak briefly on the projects that I think you discussed with Brent, as well as other things that are going on in the community or the state that are of concern for you or that you want to celebrate. Really, it's an open discussion, it's an open forum, it's an open dialogue. Ignore the cameras. But let's pretend that we're all just around the table having a really candid conversation with each other about the great things that are going on in the community. You win.
My name's Don Rose. I'm a city commissioner. As a city representative, we've got several projects going on in Enid. I guess I can highlight some of the bigger ones, some of the more exciting ones we have. We just opened bids last week on the water reclamation facility, sewer plant. We call it water reclamation facility because, in effect, we're going in the direction of a more state-of-the-art facility, one where we're actually going to provide a cleaner effluent. We hope to even use it for industrial use, the effluent from that, decrease some of what we may have to use from our potable water side. That came under budget. We're in a great climate to be bidding work. It's one reason the city's real active in trying to get as many projects as we can out right now. So we were happy to have that was last week, so that project within the next 60 days we hope to start. It's a $35 million project. We'll replace our old existing facility that's out there. A few years back we passed a general obligation bond where we are upgrading our bridges in town, and we're 60% done with that. We've gone through all our bridges in the city, $7 million worth of bridge work that we are near completed with. We're in the process of upgrading our water meter reading to go to a wireless system where we will use technology to read all the meters, no more water meter readers running around and having to do labor-intensive work. It gives us more accurate counts of where we're at, better management of our water supply. That project has just started. That's another $7.5 million project that we've initiated. We're near completion on a new police station. We're about somewhere around 70% done with that. That started about 9-10 months ago. So we have several things going. We will, in 60 days, for a quality of life issue, have about 2.5 miles worth of trails and bike routes that we'll bid out. And I think that as a quality of life issue, we look at those type of things and look to try to add those along with the infrastructure needs that we have. Several others, but I know a lot of people want to get around the table. Those are probably the most current projects we have going.
That's fabulous.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Most communities would love to be in that shape.
Yeah, and we're lucky that the city is financially stable. watched our budgets, we're in good shape, we're able to do these projects. The voters have been good to extend some of our like it was the first general obligation bond our city had done in, gosh, I can't remember, 30 years or something. So
yeah, 40.
They're behind us, and we're going to complete that project early on our bridges. So we hope we can prove that we can not only get these projects going, but get them completed and get them completed under budget. We're well under $1 million under budget on those projects.
And when did you say that your police station would be complete?
I think we're close to about 4 months from being done.
Really?
It's about 7%.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
My name's Robert Faulk. I'm an attorney in town, and I'm a member of Enid AMBUCS, past president. And I'm here to talk today about a very exciting project for me, and one that's really close to my heart. And it's a complete renovation of Enid AMBUCS Park on North Van Buren, and the creation of a Miracle League is what it's called. And it's basically a T-ball league for disabled kids. Mm-hmm. And so a few months ago, I guess about a year ago now, I happened to see a list of the ADA improvements that we've needed across the community to make sure our places of public accommodation were accessible to people with disabilities. And I noticed ABC Park was on that list of things that we needed to accomplish at ABC Park to make it appropriate for people with disabilities. And frankly, as a member of AMBUCS and having our name on that park, it was donated by some AMBUCS decades ago. I was a little bit embarrassed by that, because part of our mission as AMBUCS is to create independence and mobility for people with disabilities. And so because of that, my first idea was we just needed to get it up to ADA standards, and which really wouldn't have been that big of a deal. It was less than $10,000 worth of improvements. But me being me, and apparently deciding I just need to practice law on the side instead of I said, well, why don't we go a little further and create a park and remodel the existing park there and make it not exclusive, but make it designed actually for disabled kids. And so we started looking at projects and that sort of thing. And during this whole time, I just happened upon a website about a T-ball league with kids with disabilities. And I've coached Little League my whole adult life, just as a volunteer. And so it just started to kind of roll into place that wouldn't it be great if we had a league that these kids with disabilities could play in, because they can't play in a regular league, of course. And so we just started talking about that, and I brought the idea to the AMBUCS, and they've supported it wholeheartedly. And then I just read an article in the paper. I think Mr. Barron, he's around here somewhere,
right there.
I think. Mr. Barron wrote an article about that they were actually playing kind of pickup games. I think maybe here at Government Springs Park or somewhere. And so went out and checked out one of those games where they were playing pickup games already, and talked to some people from For Our Kids and asked them if they'd like to be co-sponsors of the project with us. And so it's just kind of gone, just snowballed from there. The park project the remodel project is about a $500,000 project, and we started actively fundraising about 2 months ago. We've raised about a little over $100,000 for it with grants and donations, some of which from the city, and hopefully was approved last night. I didn't approve last night. So okay.